Okay, my friends, it's about to get very real on the world stage. Okay, so I want to make this video so that I'm at least feel confident that some people understand this. All right. Now, we must first understand that nearly everything that we are told about humanity and civilization is a lie. Not in the sense that the people telling you these things are trying to actively deceive you, but in the sense that they are under the same delusion of the mind. The delusion that humankind is at the pinnacle of human evolution. That in the past we were less than. We were in a more primitive, degraded sort of form, in a more state of confusion and a state of less power. Okay, and that we have moved through the ages in this upward kind of path. This is the delusion. That now we are at the absolute pinnacle of human states of consciousness and human, that we are the top, when the absolute opposite is the case. Humankind used to be in a state of wholeness, in a state of complete oneness with all that is, a state completely free of the ego, where we could communicate without words, like a telepathic kind of thing. We could intuit everything. Yes, we communicated and we harmonized with each other. The earth was of the same frequency. The food grew without having to grow it. The food was everywhere for everyone, and it replenished itself over and over. The water was clean. The air was clean. People didn't have this possession of the mind, that is, the ego, where we think we have to make something of my life, that I am a me and I'm separate from you, and that we're in competition for resources, and there's a hierarchy of things, and yada yada. All of this is a total fabrication of the ego. And it didn't always used to be this way. We have fallen from a state of grace. We are in more confusion than ever. We are in more disharmony than ever. What we have done to the planet is devastating and destructive and sad. And we are going to have to pay for this. So, we are in a downward trend. Everything is becoming more complex, less harmonious, more energy is having to be expended to extract the same amount of resources. We see this everywhere. Ecosystems have become completely out of whack, out of balance, out of harmony. The resource depletion is at an astronomical scale. We're consuming things infinitely faster than the mother can replenish them. The earth, the system that sustains us, cannot sustain us any longer because of our actions, meaning humankind, which has become almost entirely possessed by a fictitious entity, the ego, the concept that I am a separate being from you, and we are all separate. We have fallen from the state of grace, the state of absolute oneness, of knowing that all things are one, and acting in accordance with this. But everything is a cycle. All things are cyclical, okay? So, we are currently in a falling state, but there will come a time again when we are reborn into that state of wholeness, into that state of freedom from the ego, freedom from anxiety and stress and worry and desire. All of it stems from the basic thought that I am me, separate from you, separate from all things. This is the foundation of the ego, the delusion, the fundamental delusion. But one day we will see, when we have destroyed and depleted the planet to the point of no return, which that point is actually behind us. It's already to the point of no return. We will see that this entire concept has been a delusion we've been possessed by. If a child were to say, there is a ghost in the room, who can get rid of the ghost? Some might say that the child can get rid of it because they are the one that created it, right? But I say, no one can get rid of it because there is no ghost. And in the same exact way, we live with this illusion of the ego. So, I am saying these things to you because it is going to get very, very ugly, my friends. But it has to, before the cycle can be renewed and we can once again step into that state of wholeness with all things and balance and harmony, which is our natural state. That is our natural state. Before that can happen, there must be the destruction of what we have created now. The total obliteration. And that's okay. It's okay. It's for the better. Ultimately, all things are working for the benefit. Now that's the big picture. With that understanding, we have to look at what is happening in the world. There are forces, people or beings possessed completely by this ego, this thought of more and of me and of I can benefit and profit and I can enslave, and the power that comes with that over someone else, someone perceived as another. There are people drunk on this kind of power, and they are leading us into a state of total chaos and destruction. Now, some may say that even beyond that, those people, which is your politicians and your Gateses and your Schwabs and any politicians, they're actually pretty low on the totem pole as far as power goes. Some would say, though, at the very top of the pyramid, they're not human at all. They're more like a thought form, like a being of thought energy. And these beings feed. Their food is negative energy, which carries a low vibration, as opposed to high vibrational energy. Low vibrational energy, sickness and fear and worry and regret and remorse and uncertainty. These are low vibrations. And these beings, these entities, consume and feed off of that low vibration. Okay? I'm not saying that's the way it is. I'm just saying consider that. It would make sense when we look at what is happening. Maximum. What's one way to get maximum low vibration? War. That will expedite the low vibrational frequencies all around. And it's not just one thing, it's everything. So, keeping to the point of this video, I'm telling you all of these things because don't fool yourself and think that we are not heading for darkness. Okay? So prepare for that. I've been saying it for a year because I've been feeling it coming in through like a cosmic sort of download, just an intuitive observing throughout the world and speaking and hearing and observing and just feeling. I know this is coming. I've been known this is coming. A great reset is upon us. Now, in a very practical sense, it's about to get very real, because look at the prices of oil. Everything in our current civilization is wholly dependent, intimately linked to oil. Now, this whole past 2 years, the oil prices have been stable, they even dropped really well. So now that oil has shot up, now the gold and silver markets are climbing. Now inflation, you're going to see it on an unbelievable scale, my friends. Unbelievable scale, unprecedented. And it's intended to be this way. The end game for these dark entities that are running things is the total dissolution of countries, of societies, and the homogenization of all societies into a global society, I suppose, that is completely controlled by technology and a military police state. Not, people will think, oh, if there's no countries, then there's going to be no war. No, it's going to be them versus everyone else, using the police military state. You can see this coming. I can see this. I feel this. So, I could go on and on about a lot of this. I just want to bring these things to your attention because it's worth knowing. Okay? So, what can you do? Well, for one, it's completely, the tipping point is behind us. Okay? We're already in ecological overshoot on this planet. Look that up if you want. I can explain it also in the future, but we're already way into ecological overshoot. We've way exceeded the carrying capacity of this planet already. So the point of no return is already in the rearview mirror. Have no mistake. Okay? So the sooner we come to terms with that, the better. But on a practical level, get your food stocked up. Okay? I made a video some while ago about 20 foods to stock up. Watch it. Stock up on those foods. Now more than ever. We are coming into a growing season now, thankfully. The plants will grow. So, subscribe to my other channel, Garden Like a Viking. Yes, I'm the Viking, okay? And subscribe to that one. It's all about growing sustenance, growing food, growing calories for you and your family. It's not just about growing rabbit food like many of the gardening stuff people do. This is about growing sustenance. Okay? Subscribe to that channel and be growing something. All right, my friends, I'm going to bring this to a close, but these are all things I want you to be aware of because I would want everyone to be aware of this. So leave me your thoughts in the comments, but also remember, ultimately, there is nothing to fear. There is the concept that I am a person, that I can be born and that I can die. That is a delusion of the ego. There is nothing that your true nature, which is the same as my true nature, we are one. There is nothing that we can gain or lose from this world in any way. We are already whole and complete in every possible way. Your destiny is already now. It's already here. Life does not need a purpose or a reason to be. It is its own purpose. Okay? All of this is happening in the world, but nothing in the world can touch who and what you truly are. So, okay, my friends, fill up your gas tanks and go and get some food and get your water storage set up, because I have a feeling it's about to get real. And turn off the news. Don't feel like you're going to be missing out on anything, because you're not. It's all a brainwashing device. Believe me on that one.